What's up, guys? This is Storm, and welcome to another episode of Storm Gaming News Week. We have a couple of news to go over, so with that being said, let's get on with the news. The League of Legends 2 XKO fighting game is ending active development from Riot Games. They put out a statement basically saying the servers will remain beyond 2026 and 2XKO will be playable on all platforms. So the servers are not being shut down. You'll still be able to play the game, just no future updates of the game, and basically development of the game is pretty much ending. It said we're unlocking all champs. We're also bundling most cosmetic items and refund of all money spent in 2XKO on or before August 20th. So if you spend money during that time, you'll be able to get it back. It's more than likely most likely by the looks of the game probably didn't meet the expectations that Riot Games had for it. So that could probably the reason why they're ending the development of it and stuff, which kind of sucks, especially for people that are who enjoy that game. But at least the servers will still be active for people to still play the game and stuff. So, and they can at least take that as a win and stuff. But it still pretty much sucks all the way. Still, we don't know what's going to happen to the team that was working on this game. They could probably make a new game in the future and stuff. We just gotta wait and see. Kotaku put out an article showing the percentage of games that are bought on digital and physical for this year. We have 64 of new physical games sold in the US this year have been for the Nintendo platforms, 32% for PlayStation, and 4% for the Xbox. So far, Nintendo shows that their gamers still buy their games physically more than they do digital. PlayStation is the complete opposite, and Xbox pretty much show only 4% of their player base buys physical, which makes sense when it comes to Xbox case because they got I'm assuming majority of their gamers play on Game Pass, so it's like you're pretty much going digitally anyway because you get a good deal when it comes to Game Pass. You get the first party games at launch and all that. So yeah, seeing that for Xbox is really not surprising and stuff, because it is kind of funny when I saw people were saying that Xbox will probably be the ones to save physical media after the whole thing with PlayStation is ditching physical release of games for more digital, going off their numbers that they have and stuff. And it's kind of funny that, yeah, Xbox is only 4% of them that buys physical, so it is what it is at this point and stuff. Like, we're not gonna get into it and stuff because this topic always being brought up in some shape or form and stuff, and I'm sick of talking about it, to be honest. But yeah, it is what it is. Remedy's upcoming game Control Resonant has officially gone gold. They put out a statement talking about the release of the game, and some gamers are not too happy about it. This is what the statement have read. Get ready to unleash Dylan Fadden's paranatural abilities in a warped Manhattan on September 24th, 2026. The physical release date for the game has moved to October 15th. We need just a little more time to deliver the physical version to you, but rest assured nothing stays contained forever. So this has some gamers upset because they believe Remedy is trying to push out the digital game because a lot of people are moving from physical to digital. But for this situation, this does not seem to be the case. Because the reason for this, I saw some people actually did brought this up. Remedy is a indie developer. They're self-publishing this game, and for them to release a physical copy for the game is probably just too expensive for them. So that's one of the things could be the reason for it, which does pretty suck that if you were hoping to get this game physically, you're gonna have to wait until October 15th to get your hands on it. And it kind of sucks and stuff because if people who really want to play this game and was looking forward to it, and to try to avoid spoilers, they would have no choice but to get the game digital. But it sucks, but hey, they saying they're still gonna bring it out and stuff, so give them a chance, give the time and stuff. They definitely do have like a pretty strong reason for it, so we cannot go overly crazy how Remedy is releasing this game. We got some information regarding Guerrilla Games from Jason Schreier at Bloomberg. He pretty much said Horizon Hunters Gathering is being rebooted due to negative player feedback. And in highlight detail, he said the live service has been removed. The new plan is a traditional co-op game. It's not yet canceled, but the studio has until December to impress Sony with their new idea. And he said Horizon 3 is still far, far away. And of course, this is not good luck from other gamers and stuff, especially fans of the Horizon series. Basically, Sony wasted a whole bunch of time chasing these live service bullcrap, and I tend to agree with them. They hit it. They struck gold once with Helldivers 2, and since then they have not been able to do anything else when it comes to live service. At this point, just give it the fuck up and focus on single player games. That's what you're best at, so stay in your freaking lane. Okay, we have reports saying that when it came to Naughty Dog, they wasted millions of dollars trying to make that Last of Us Part 2 online game, in which it severely messed with the development of Intergalactic Heretic Prophet. Because apparently it was said that if it wasn't because the team of Naughty Dog was not all working on Intergalactic, most of them was trying to do the Last of Us 2 online. If that wasn't the case, Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet would have came out since 2024. Yeah, you heard me. They said that game would have came out since 2024. If all the team of rocks of Naughty Dog was working on it from the start. So these live service games are screwing over their single player games that makes them the most money and stuff. So what PlayStation needs to do, focus on their first party, making their single player games, stop trying to chase trends and stuff. And if you need something to fill up the gap of your first party game output, do the crap that you always do. Buy freaking exclusive rights to a game for a certain time period. Like, that didn't stop you all before. I don't know why why you guys are doing messing up this bad now. And of course, some people are calling for Herman Hurl's job and stuff because he pretty much is to blame for all of this and stuff. Like, I don't really care for these execs because some come and go and stuff. Some are better than others and stuff. So if Herman Holtz gets fired, it's not gonna hurt me in a way. If he's still working there, it just sucks that first party is getting screwed over because the license games they try to go for and stuff. And to be honest, if that was gonna be the case, they should have canceled the Hunter's Gathering a long time ago. So we'll see what happens, and so we'll see if their new take on this co-op game that they're trying to put out there will impress Sony and stuff. Because if not, they might. In my opinion, I think they should just try. I can't even say they should just cancel the game and stuff. I can't really say that because we don't know how much money has been put into it. It would just be a waste of money if they would cancel it. So hopefully what they got going, hopefully their next plan to try to rectify this is to like make this game better so that PlayStation could be like, alright, this is the game you guys are gonna do. Now get to work. That's pretty much all they need. Like, it's just been so bad and stuff. Like, of course we're gonna see what happened. We're not gonna. We still don't know when we could potentially get this game. It just kind of sucked that Horizon 3 had to suffer for it, but at this point it is what it is. We just gotta hope for the best. It looks like RockStar in some serious trouble because apparently they got hacked and somebody managed to get some source codes for GTA 6, thus resulting in them releasing unseen gameplay online on social media. And apparently they have a website that they're actually charging people to watch it through their cryptocurrency, which is really wild in my opinion because like you going that far. And the reason for it is because they said it's because of the whole GTA 6 only releasing on digital platforms. They also threatened to hack Sony for their digital future also. And of course they are charging people to see the leaks through cryptocurrency so apparently this guy is also a crypto scammer who's making a profit off of this, which some people have come out to tell gamers do not support the leaker just because how they feel about Rockstar. Even the ones who are trying to fight for physical media are telling them to not promote this hacker because this could also ruin their cause, what they're trying to achieve, which in my opinion is definitely correct. But hey, people are calling him a hero. They're saying like they need a villain to defeat a villain or something like that. To defeat evil, you need to become the evil, but they're just going about this all stupid and whatnot. But by the time of this recording, it looks like the FBI have caught the person because he has not released anything in the last 15 hours. So it's, unless we get proper confirmation, it looks like he's probably got caught. But Rockstar had yet to make a statement of this whole situation because I saw some other people said this. Um, it's pretty much free PR for them because like the people who got to see the leaks, they're most likely gonna be like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get GTA 6 and even now and stuff like nobody not gonna look at a leak and say like I'm not gonna get that. And apparently the so-called leak gameplay is like a year old according to Nate the Hates. So this is not even the final look of the game. Like he was going so far to leak this stuff. He was even saying he was gonna leak the ending of it. I'm like, bruh, you're doing way too much. And he was antagonizing Rockstar. I'm like, bruh, you should not be doing that because people talk about Nintendo and their lawyers when it comes to certain stuff. But the thing is, Rockstar are worse. The reason why we see Nintendo more often because more people do stuff when it comes to Nintendo. But when it comes to Rockstar, and if you leak something of theirs and they catch you, they're gonna make you feel it. Because the last dude who got caught leaking something for Rockstar, I believe he's serving a life in a freaking hospital. Like, of course he didn't get life in prison. He's stuck in a freaking I think mental hospital. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So don't you he fucked around and found out. Like he was teasing Rockstar. He fucked around and found out. There's no other way to say it. So I hope it was worth it to him. That's all I can say. The former employee of PlayStation, Shuhei Yoshida, was asked about how he felt about Sony getting rid of physical media. And he says he feels it doesn't feel like a big issue. His comment said anyone who chooses to purchase a physical version will still need to download new patches, DLC, or updates. Personally, I'm totally digital consumer. I don't want to manage discs or swap discs. Which, of course, have a lot of people upset that he made this comment and stuff. But it's like, are y'all really surprised he said this? Like, he bought the freaking Steam machine, which is a digital platform that he could hook up to his TV. So him saying this is nothing new to me and stuff. And like everybody says, when it comes to digital, people go for it for the convenience. Like it's nothing new. Like they like it for the convenience. I'm sorry. Like it sucks, but it's the truth. They love it for the convenience. So, I honestly don't know what else to say on this and stuff, but at some point, people could keep trying to fight for it and stuff. Like PlayStation said they're not gonna change. Others are starting to do it. Is gonna start doing it also and stuff. So it's like, in my opinion, we need to direct the fight to something else, more like trying to get better laws when it comes to owning a digital owning something digital. Like when you buy something, you get the license, so they can never remove it after a certain amount of time and stuff. Better refund policy, and also being able to like sell the digital license to somebody else and stuff, or maybe you want to give it back to the store. I don't know, like stuff like that. But the fact people are still trying to argue that they should keep it because it get rid of a choice, which I could understand and stuff. But the if the one that you're wanting to change is not willing to budge, then a more we need to go for a different approach. That if we're all gonna go all digital, we need to get better benefits for it. So I think that's where the fight should be at right now. But I don't know. People are not willing to. Some are saying they should be fine for that, but the whole this thing saying that they're not gonna give the company money and stuff, it's yeah. So it's unfortunate we're at this point and stuff, but I still say we should fight for, instead of fighting for the physical stuff, we should fight for better, basically better benefits of being a digital owner. I think that should be our fight as of right now. A while back, we talked about the original voice actor for Gwendolyn and Tides of Annihilation have stepped down due to some medical problems, and the studio for the game is started looking for a new voice actress to replace her. But at the time of this recording, we found out that the actress who played as Grace in Resident Evil Requiem will be the new voice for Gwendolyn. And a couple of days ago, they put out new gameplay footage since they're going to be at Gamescom, and they had people got to try out to play the game of Tides of Annihilation. Images started showing of a new face for Gwendolyn, which has some people very confused and not really digging the face and stuff. People believe it's a downgrade and stuff. And when I look at it, I could definitely see a difference in it. It could be like, it's not bad, but when it comes to certain cutscenes that they showed off, like the face is missing that feature that is showing the emotions of what they're saying compared to the original. And of course, the studio the producer Fu Kun have came out and explained what was going on. He pretty much says the changes to the main character Gwendolyn Face are just lighting. Actually, the previous PV also used real-time rendering. The female lead face shape is consistent in the latest PV and the current demo. It's just that we want it to be smoother in terms of lighting and optimization. So there are some differences and imperfections in the facial rendering. Of course, this version may have been a bit rushed, and we will further optimize the facial rendering under lighting later. And of course, some gamers don't really believe what he just said, because it wasn't just Gwendolyn Face that had it. They also showed the boss fight with Mordred, which was shown off the first time when Tides of Annihilation got revealed. And she looks like she went through a character change. Also, that some people believe they should have kept the original look of her. And of course, you got some people saying that they are like, it looks like they're censoring some aspects of the game and stuff. Like, when it comes to Gwendolyn, I'm not so sure, because they did say there are character customization and stuff, so you could give Gwendolyn different outfits. So I believe that was for that situation. Like it was just a new outfit for Gwendolyn that the gameplay was showing. But for Mordred, people pointed out that her outfit is definitely different compared to the original. It cover her up more and stuff. There's some aesthetics to her outfit that looks good, but of course there are some pointing out that she's covering up more and stuff. I don't really care for that type of thing. I'm always looking at how the game is running compared to how it originally is, and if the graphics improve compared to the first showing of it. And it looks like it could be the case. I'm not 100% sure if there's any censorship going on. The dev said they are going to optimize the game when it fully releases, because it still does not have a release date whatsoever, so it's more than likely it's gonna come out in 2027. But in all honesty, they should have known something like this would happen, because you're showing off. It's been a while we saw any new gameplay for Tales of Annihilation, so the fact you're showing us new gameplay that is not optimized compared to the original is kind of like, yeah, people are gonna point out stuff, and I honestly don't know what else to say. Like, of course, he said he's gonna optimize it, so we'll see how it looks in the final product. If the final product come out and it does look drastically different, then it wasn't just lighting that he's trying to claim. But another thing I did point it out, I have no doubt that the voice actress for Grace is a good actress and stuff. It just when I hear the dialogue and stuff, I prefer the original, in my opinion. But that's just me. Apparently, Xbox was exploring Activision and Sledgehammer Games to make a Halo multiplayer game. But as of right now, it's unclear if this plan is moving forward. And honestly, I'm kind of curious how would that even look, because if you ask some players from Halo franchise and stuff, some people say Halo 4 was trying to be like Call of Duty in a way, with the whole loadouts and some of the abilities and stuff. Like, some people try to say it was trying to be like Call of Duty and stuff, but built from the ground up as a Call of Duty, I'm kind of curious how would that look, honestly. Would it be a good thing or a bad thing? That's up to the player themselves and stuff. So we'll just leave that alone for now. Like, we don't know if this is gonna be a true thing, but we'll see. We'll see if this ever do come into light. After the exploding reveal at D23 with the new Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer introducing the world Coco and given the late 2027 release date for all platforms, some people are concerned that Kingdom Hearts 4 could be pushed into 2028. But Tatsuya Nomura have came out and said it would not be delayed from 2027. He says in a comment, he said he saw comments online that the game would get delayed from 2027, but he wants to set the record straight and say that that will not happen. He says he is going back to Tokyo tomorrow, which he already back there already by the time of this recording, and the master version is progressing much more faster than he imagined, so it will not be delayed, and to please look forward to it. Even Tayasu, who is the co-director, even said it's not 80%, it's not 90%, but he 100% guaranteeing that the game will not be delayed. Which I can understand some people concerned that it could get delayed, judging on Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and how Kingdom Hearts 3, because Kingdom Hearts 3 was originally going to be delayed in 20 was supposed to come out in 2018, but then got delayed into 2019. And Kingdom Hearts 2.8 was a month delay also. So I can understand people feeling this way. And I'm kind of happy that Square Enix taking this new approach when it comes to their game reveals, because before, when it came to the market for Kingdom Hearts 3, every single trailer they were showing a new world, and it would kept saying now in development and stuff, or coming out this time, but then the date would change. This time around, they only did one reveal for Kingdom Hearts 3 saying the magic is in development. Didn't say nothing for I want to say what, 2 to 3 years. Then once we got to D23, or the year, or the close of D23, we finally got the release year. So I'm kind of happy that's the case, that they're going with it. Don't show, basically don't give a confirmation of, don't constantly say that the game is in development. Wait till you're farther along, then give a then start the marketing for it, which I'm happy about. My question is, are they gonna still do the same thing what they did for Kingdom Hearts 3? Every single new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 will reveal a world that's gonna be in the game. In my opinion, I don't mind that they show off a new world that's coming to Kingdom Hearts 4. My thing is, don't show all of them. You could show some that's gonna be in the marketing, that you want to use for marketing and stuff, but just to give the surprise factor for the gamers, keep some of them a secret, and when they get to play the full game, that's when they'll get to see the worlds that were that's gonna be unknown. Like, could you imagine? For Kingdom Hearts 3, we found out that we were going to the Monster Inc. world or the Toy Story world, and they didn't use those words for the marketing and stuff. Well, granted, the Monster Inc. one was leaked and stuff, and there was a source code that showed Woody and Buzz models, showing that they were going to be used in a previous Kingdom Hearts game, but ended up being removed. So, but still, I'm hoping they do that, keep some worlds a secret, so it could be the surprise wow factor for when the game releases and people get hands-on experience with this game. So they're saying they're going to be 100 committed to the 2027 release. So with that, I'm excited. Can't wait to see what we got in store for Kingdom Hearts 4. I am kind of curious, will they do a collector's edition or plates? Because they did console bundles for Kingdom Hearts 3 and stuff. But I wonder, will they do not like a statue or anything like that, but I'm wondering, like, hey, if so, let's say for example, if PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo will go to Square Enix and ask them like, "Hey, do you guys want? Could we do like a custom theme for the Kingdom Hearts 4? Like PlayStation will make like a custom plate and or do like a controller for it, or Nintendo will do like a custom Switch 2, or Xbox could do a controller or a console and stuff like that. I guess that depends who got the marketing for the game, but we'll see. Sony president and CEO Hiroki Totoki on PlayStation 6 release date. He said we have not yet decided on what timing we will launch the new console or what the price. So we would like to really observe and follow the situation. Looking at the current circumstances, the memory price is also expected to be very high in 2027 because there will still be a shortage of supply. So under that assumption, we must think carefully at what we'll do. So he pretty much, as the company is holding off of releasing the PlayStation 6 or giving a definitive release date or what the price will be for the console due to the whole memory shortage. And honestly, people are okay with this. People are pretty much saying they don't need the PS6 right now because the PS5 still have so many life into it, which is very understandable, especially if you have the PlayStation 5 Pro. So it kind of feels like we probably won't get the PS6 anytime soon. Some people was thinking we'll probably will get it in 2027, but to be honest, that doesn't really feel like to be the case. At most, it will probably be 2028, which will coincide with the whole digital thing that they're going with in the future and stuff. So, we'll see. Some expecting this thing to be over $1,000 or somewhere along those lines and stuff, but I don't know. If they're able to get at a decent price that somebody will pay for it, I guess maybe. But I don't really know for sure what kind of price they're aiming for. We don't even know what kind of power this thing will have. Most of the stuff that's talked about is pretty much speculation at this point. So until we know officially for sure, we just have to take anything of all in the PS6 when it comes to the power, the pricing, and all that with a grain of salt. To end out this video, we're going to go over the brand new information that we got from upcoming titles due to appearance at events and people who got hands-on experience. And the first one we're going to talk about is Phantom Blade Zero that was shown off at PlayStation State of Play this past Monday. So we got some brand new information regarding it and stuff, and surprising cast that is also going to be in the game. So let's start off. There will be 8 regions with interset handcrafted level design, 55 different weapons, 30 primaries and 25 secondaries. On Hellwalker difficulty, bosses won't rely on fixed patterns. They adapt to your behavior and mistakes in real time. Play as Soul, who's the main character, once the most feared blade but gets set up for his leader murder. He is killed by his blood brother in a final duel. Souls get revived by a mysterious healer but has only 66 days to live. Find a cure and uncover the plot behind the betrayal. Fight martial arts from across the Wulin martial arts underworld in the town of Pangzhen. It's not an open world game, but not strictly linear from start to finish. Each region is interconnected to create one large world. Use bells to fast travel between discover location. World map is hand painted with Chinese ink wash style technique, giving only a rough sense of direction. Discover hidden enemies, side quests, and secret treasure. Unlock new skills and weapon upgrade which can be reset at any time to reinvest in others. Upgrading a weapon unlocks unique forms and techniques. 3 base difficulty options and even a harder 66 days difficulty can be unlocked, which give you just 66 lives to complete the entire game. Kung Fu Punk themed traditional Kung Fu combined with steampunk and body modification, and is set to release on October 29th on PS5 and PC. During the presentation, they also had details on the PS5 Pro features, which is natural and stuff. It have the haptic feedback, the adaptive triggers, the 3D also, and it also has the PS5 Pro support, which is most likely is the PSSR on it and stuff. So honestly, they don't need to show anymore. The game looks incredibly amazing. Can't wait to get my hands on it, and it's up to pre-order right now. So the standard edition is $60 and the digital deluxe edition is $70. So if you're looking forward to Phantom Blade Zero, here's your chance to buy it. Next we have Tides of Annihilation. Credit to IGN for getting a hands-on preview with the game, and we got brand new details when it comes to the gameplay aspect for it. It says, play as Gwendolyn alongside the Knights of the Round Table, travel between corrupted version of London and the fantasy world of Avalon. Carry up to 4 knights across 2 loadouts, switching mid-combo to seamless chain attacks. Main knights act as a primary weapon, while sub-knights provide tactical assist and combo extenders. Bedivere, who is the main scythe wielder with large AoE attacks with meter that charge a heavy throw attack. Palamedes, charge attack focused knight with heavy staggering damage and iframes. Galahad, specialized in high mobility using wind to spawn feathers like automatically attack enemies. Sub-knights include Gawain, teleports attack to extend combos, and Kai stops time to freeze enemies. Defensive abilities include perfect dodges, R1 parries for red attacks, and jump over yellow ground attacks. Aerial combat includes double jumps, air dodges, and combos that extend the air time. Build crafting potential with unique weapons, perks, lifesteal, critical chance, and customizable talismans. Talismans grant powerful passives like summoning meteors when you attack. Level design is primarily linear with some large explorable areas and environmental puzzles. Knights also have exploration abilities like opening new paths, create zip lines, and triggering different mechanisms. The demo explored a British museum with different areas like the Egyptian Gallery and China Gallery. Face legendary figures from multiple creatures like fight Anubis in the Egyptian area or shapeshifter yokai samurai in the Japanese area. Legendary Chinese General Guan Yu acts as Gwen's mentor and is expected to play a key role in the story. 3 difficult settings confirmed. Technical support was provided by Epic Games and Nvidia for the game. The launch window was tentatively scheduled for 2026, but it may be delayed. New trailer and behind the scenes look scheduled for Gamescom, along with the first public hands-on demo. So I'm kind of curious at Gamescom when we'll probably get the release date for Tides of Annihilation, but we just gotta wait and see. It would be amazing that it could release this year, But I would not be upset if it turns out to be a 2027 release, because it just goes to show 2027 gonna have a lot of bangers for that year. And finally, we got the brand new 15-minute gameplay for the developers of Black Myth Wukong with their brand new game Black Myth Zong Kui. And they dropped a 15-minute gameplay trailer that gave us a look of what to expect from the game, and we got some brand new details. The game features a brand new protagonist, will have a dedicated parry mechanic, has standing dodge, different finishers have been added, has a bar in the right corner that fills up by attacking enemies. Once full, you can unleash a strong attacks. Enemies can imbue their weapons with elements such as fire. Players use magic will use up the blue bar that is just below the health bar. The protagonist can extract fire and infuse it into weapons. Players could summon a spirit that will fight alongside them. It doesn't disappear immediately and moves on its own. This also uses the blue bar. You can fuse with the summon and fight enemies. Uses up the yellow bar. Players can add lightning to the weapon as well. The game is still early in development with no release date yet. So, not that much new information on this game, but overall it does look amazing when it comes to the combat and stuff. It definitely could still use some optimization in some aspects and stuff, but it definitely looks like a drastic difference compared to Black Myth Wukong, which is all cool and stuff since we're no longer playing as the Monkey King. But yeah, the game looks amazing and stuff. Can't wait to know more about it. Time will tell when we'll get this game. So hopefully by the time it releases, it will be better optimized compared to Black Myth Wukong when it first launched. But we just gotta wait and see. So with that being said, this is the end of the video. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Phantom Blade Zero, Tides of Annihilation, and Black Myth Zong Kui? Which one are you most excited for? Are you get all three of them, or are you just gonna get one? And are you curious about the future when it comes to the PlayStation 6? Or are you worried that this leak for GTA 6 will infect RockStar in some shape or form, since they have yet to comment on the situation? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoy your day, have a very good weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.